Welcome back from Alex. My name is Kyle Carrick, but in this channel I find anything and everything filmmaking. So today I give my little 2 cents on the new camera coming out from Sony, which is a vlogging camera. It's called a Sony ZV1. And it's basically the new RX series in a way, just more honed in into the vlogging world. So let's go ahead and review it. Now they'll be announcing this camera around May 26th. And like I said before, it is the new RX line in a way. It looks very similar to it, only has a few tweaks here and there. And there are 3 main differences to the body of the actual camera. The first thing is that it's gonna have a bigger record button, so it's just more streamlined to recording and vlogging. And then also a better grip, so if you're ever doing something without a gimbal but you need a stable shot, you'll have a better chance of getting a stable shot. And then also, lastly, my personal favorite and most YouTubers' personal favorite is a full articulate screen that flips out instead of up. So that's a lot more helpful for, well, vlogging people. So I love that Sony is doing this due to the fact that they're listening to the people that buy their cameras. Everyone kind of struggled with the over-the-top thing that I'm looking at right now, but personally I like it a little bit more because then I don't look to the side and I don't concentrate so much on that and I look mainly at the lens. Now for the more exciting part in my personal opinion about cameras is the specs of the cameras, the bare bones of what it can do. And for me, it's gonna be a lot of different things I'm excited about in this camera. I'm personally not gonna be buying it because I have the A6400, but if I were starting out, I would think about this camera a lot due to the fact that it has so many functions that's coming out with the new Sony cameras. It's going to have the object detect, and it's also going to have the one-touch bokeh, which I have not tried out yet, but it sounds like it's very similar to the portrait mode on our phones and other things like that. And obviously, the most important part in all of vlogging that kind of helps all vloggers is the eye autofocus. That's just amazing. While you're moving around like this, it can autofocus almost instantly, and depending on the speed that you want, you can change that, and it's just all customizable. And that's just, well, it just sounds unreal, but it's real. So I've been using it. Yeah, it's great. Other specs it comes with is like a 20 megapixel 1-inch sensor that's just gonna be straight on the lens. You're not gonna be able to change the lens. That's another reason why I got the A6400 instead. But it has a pretty good lens on it. It has a 24 to 70 millimeter lens with the aperture of f 1.8 to 2.8. So you're gonna have great bokeh throughout all the time. Great for low light, of course, since it is a Sony. It is gonna be great in low light. Now we don't know if it's gonna have any S-Log or any of the log or other picture profile things that comes with the bigger cameras, but at the same time, if you're just starting out and you need something that's just built in perfectly to match your film style and you can't afford like a whole set, then this is obviously a better thing to use. Now the last bit of specs I can talk about is my personal favorite, and due to the fact that it's just a small camera, it impresses me even more. It's the fact that it has integrated ND filters. I have ND filters that I put on my lenses, and it takes a lot of time to put them on. But the fact that it's built in the camera where you just have to press something and it puts an ND filter on and has, I believe, 3 variables of stops. And that just means you have so much time to be saved. If you're outside in the sunny day and your aperture obviously is already really good, like the lens it comes with, then you have ND filters for it. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the fact that they're doing this. I'm impressed that they could fit it in such a small camera, but it is only a 1-inch screen, so that's probably how they're able to do it. Like I mentioned before, this is going to be mainly streamlined for YouTubers who are just starting out. And yes, it is going to be pricey, but that just means you don't have to buy another lens, you don't have to buy several lenses since it has several focal lengths and an aperture that's just really good, so you won't need to buy all these lights that I have. You don't need to buy like mics everywhere or just lights in general. It's a Sony. It will help with low light and it has ND filters. So if it's a really bright day, you could still film with it. That's absolutely, utterly beautiful. But that's it, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and dream on.